Hi, welcome to Hello Church. I'm Wade Bearden.
And I am Justin Trapp, and today is a big day. Today is an exciting day because we get to reveal today something that our team has been working on for a very long time.
Yeah, well, you could almost say it's 6 years in the making because there is material in this new product that we're releasing that we have been creating over the years since Ministry Pass and Sermonary have been in existence.
But you and I have been in ministry for, man, I'm 38 now, ladies and gentlemen, since I was 18, so 20 years in the making, you could say.
I haven't been in ministry that long, but it's been a little while. We are releasing a brand new product, and one of the things as a pastor and as a preacher, there's so much happening in your ministry, and it can be difficult to put together an active plan for preaching. And not only that, you have baby dedications, you have funerals, you have weddings, you're planning Advent, you're planning Lent, you're putting together a preaching team, and you need some resources to help you. And the thing is, Justin, I love Google. Google is great, but when you Google something, you never know what you're going to get. And that's especially true in ministry. You can Google an idea or a theological concept or ask about how to do something as it pertains to your preaching ministry, and you can get 20 different answers, and who knows what kind of answers those are. So we have really worked hard to put together a resource that's going to help you as a pastor and really just have something handy that you're going to keep on your shelf and refer to over the years for the next 10, 20 years, however long you're in ministry.
Yeah, so what we're releasing today is called the Preachers Handbook, the ultimate guide to preaching and leading effectively. And I'm excited about this because whether you've been preaching for 20 years and you need to sharpen some of your skills, you need some evaluation and some progress to happen there, or you're new to preaching, this handbook is going to be beneficial and helpful to whoever, wherever you are in the spectrum. I remember, Wade, when I was first year of ministry, you mentioned getting asked to do a baby dedication or a funeral or whatever. I remember my first year in ministry, the pastor had gone on vacation, and this lady wanders into the church office, and she said, "My husband's dying. Can you come pray with him?" And I was like, "Oh, of course, sure." So I go to the house, and I walk in, and I meet this man. You could clearly tell he's, got some oxygen tubes in him, and the first thing the lady said, I kid you not, I was like so really experienced. The first thing the lady said was, "Honey, this is the minister. Are you good with him preaching your funeral?" And I was like, "Oh no!" And he took a first when people make first impressions, he took a first impression glance at me and was like, "Yeah, I guess so, honey." She said, "Okay, will you preach his funeral?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am." Yeah,
what do you say at the moment? You're like, "I've never done a funeral before."
I had never done a funeral before.
You basically just have to say, yes.
The pastor, my support system was out on vacation. Yeah. And lo and behold, he passed away a few days later. And I'm sitting here going, what am I supposed to preach at a funeral? I've never done a funeral before. And so maybe you have a similar story or a similar experience. I wish I would have had the Preacher's Handbook that day. I could have looked it up on page 78, and it would have been helpful. And the funeral was great, and it wasn't great. I was nervous and
someone did pass away, so
ill-experienced.
Yeah, no, and you run into those just, I guess, series of events as you are a pastor, and it's so important to be prepared. But even though you might be a seasoned minister, you still run into those roadblocks, and it's great to have a resource that's just kind of right there.
Well, even if what if you've been preaching for 20 years, right? Yeah. You're a seasoned minister, but 2020 changed everything. Now you're preaching in a digital channel that you're not used to preaching to a camera. How do you navigate these waters? Like, I'm telling you, the Preacher's Handbook is over 100 pages, and it has something in there for everyone, wherever you are at on the spectrum.
Yeah. And it's going to help you as you continue to grow too. And we all need growth. So as Justin alluded to, this is a 100-page book, and it comes with really kind of just a series of resources for your preaching ministry. And what I love about the book is it comes with information, and then it comes with direct, like, here's something you can use today. So, for instance, there is a section that talks about Lent and talks about Advent. And for some pastors, you might say, man, I've never worked through some of those seasons before. There are resources that talk about what it means to practice Lent with your church, what it means to practice Advent, what it's about, and then also ideas on how you can implement that. At the same time, there are other resources, funeral templates, baby dedication templates, wedding templates, where you can literally just kind of pull them out, fill in the names, and change some details, and you're ready to go. So information and resources. A couple other items that we have, we talk about sermon series planning. So the theoretical ideas behind putting together a good sermon series. And maybe you're like, oh, I've done sermon series before. You can really kind of sharpen that process with this. And then there's a resource that actually says, here are the steps to do it, fill in the blanks. So it's a great way to work through that with your team. And that's what I love, the balance is information, and then just like, hey, go at it, go do it. There's also something I think is super helpful is a sermon feedback form. And I know we could all use that, right? This is a page that you can print off and you can hand to leaders in your church and say, hey, how am I doing? Or you can hand to another pastor in the area and have that pastor watch your video of your sermon the last couple weeks and then fill it out. So a lot of great resources are in this handbook.
Oh, wait, I had a youth minister recently reach out to me, and he said, hey, I've been using curriculum, other people's sermon series curriculum to preach. I'm sort of new in ministry. Yeah. Is there a resource out there that can help me sort of write my own sermons from scratch? Like, what does that process look like? How do I develop my own rhythm?
Yeah.
If you're in that position, right, you're new to preaching, I think this handbook is going to be perfect for you because, like Wade said, it's going to give you some big picture ideas and strategies on how you can lay out your sermon and your content, but also it can be real practical. And we have a section in there that just teaches you how to write a sermon in seven days, 7 steps. And so we believe this is going to be beneficial. We've worked on this for a long time. Like we said, it's over 100 pages. Whether you're new to preaching or you're a seasoned veteran, we believe it's going to be helpful. And so here's how you can get the Preacher's Handbook. We are selling this. You can go to preachershandbook.com. It's $19. It's a $19 investment that's going to help you. I mean, the information in this can help you for the next decade. And so we believe it's going to be relevant today as it will be 10 years from now. Or we have a special deal.
Yeah. So one of the things that we want to do is we want you to use this information in tandem with some of our other resources. We think that'll be a huge benefit. And so if you sign up for Sermonary, sermonary.co, you can log on and you can invest into an annual plan for our sermon writing, basically cloud sermon writing word processor. If you do that, we're going to send this to you for free. So you'll be able to have the handbook. You'll also have Sermonary. And if you're looking to kind of jumpstart your ministry or jumpstart your preaching ministry, maybe you feel like, man, my sermons haven't been connecting. We really believe if you get those 2 products, Sermonary and the handbook, and you really use them and invest the time to get to know them and the information, it's going to be super powerful for you. So you can get this book for $19, or you can get Sermonary.
Use the promo code Preachers Handbook when signing
Handbook
up for an annual plan, and we'll send that to you.
It to you for free.
Yeah, for free.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a great investment in your ministry. And 2, I really think that if you know someone who's a young preacher too, you should get them this package. You could say, hey,
it'd be a nice pastor appreciation gift.
Yeah, it could be a great, just say, hey, I know you just, you finished Bible college and you're getting into ministry, you're a youth pastor or associate pastor. I want to give you Sermonary for free, and I also want to give you this Bible handbook for free. Just purchase it for them and give it to them, and I think it's going to be a really great investment.
Yeah, so if you just want to get the Preacher's Handbook, go to preachershandbook.com. You can buy it there, and we'd love to send that to you. Or you can get it for free if you sign up for an annual membership of Sermonary, 1-year annual membership, and just use the promo code Preachers Handbook. We'd love to send you one either way. We believe it's going to be beneficial for everyone. If you're a preacher, if you're wanting to grow as a communicator of the gospel, we know it's hard. It's not easy communicating to a room full of people that could be senior citizens who are retired, don't have any kids at home, to the single mother, and everybody in between, right? That takes practice, that takes work, that takes intentionality on your part. And And we believe this resource is going to help you improve in that area. So we're excited. We've worked really hard on this. We believe it's going to help you transform your preaching, become a better communicator of the gospel, and everyone wins, right? The kingdom wins when we are better communicators of God's word. So that's the Preacher's Handbook.
And so if you want to get it, in the show notes, you can click the link.
Yep.
You can also go to preachershandbook.com, and then you can also use the promo code Preachers Handbook on Sermonary. You got to get the annual plan, so you're paying for the whole year up front. You're saving money on that end, but you're also going to get this as well. So use Preacher's Handbook and the promo code, and you're going to get an email after you sign up for Sermonary, and it's going to give you this handbook as a PDF for free. This is a digital resource. It's a PDF that you can take, and what I love too about it is you can search. Look at the table of contents, of course, but you can search and find what you need. So, just so much easier. So this is a great resource. Make sure to tweet us or to comment on the page if you do use the Preacher's Handbook. You can tweet us #HelloChurchPod. Maybe if you buy the handbook and you pull it up on your computer or your iPad, take a picture of it and tag us. Let us know #HelloChurchPod. Leave some comments, leave some love. We'd love to hear how the Preacher's Handbook works for you and your ministry.
Yeah. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching or listening to Hello Church.
We'll see you later.